Sounds good. Thank you, Laura. Overnight, an Amtrak train derailed just west of Cimmaron. We continue covering. We know more than 100 people on board at this point.
Yeah, so 128 passengers, 14 crew members. KSN Sharday Gray is live at the 4-H Center in Cimmaron, where the Red Cross has kind of set up a recovery center for folks. Sharday, what can you tell us this morning?
That's right, Mark and Katie. The people are still coming in from that accident, and we actually have one of the people who were on the train, a passenger, Greg Jones from Baltimore, Maryland, and just wanted to kind of describe to me what it was like. You said you were on the train that did derail, that kind of tipped over?
Yes, it was bone chilling. It really was. At the first moment, we felt the hydraulics. I thought, maybe a little bump, but once we heard the shouts, we knew there was something wrong. We knew something really wrong. And once it happened, it's just the adrenaline's pumping. I just want to make sure everyone around you is okay. When it was tilted, we did make sure that the elderly was first. We helped them, and we made sure we cleared the area. And first responders were there fast. Got to give it to them.
And you said that you were doing fine, but like you just mentioned that you wanted to help other people out. Tell me about that.
Yes. It felt like when you help somebody in need, it's something that going to come back to you all in all. That's what I feel. Once it did happen, I wasn't really thinking about myself. I was thinking about, everyone around me, seeing people that needed help. Just felt like it was my call to do, like just human instinct kicked in.
What was your thought process? Kind of walk me through that when it exactly happened at that moment.
When it happened, I was in front of the window, and you see it tilting, and at first I didn't believe it. I thought, like, okay, maybe it's just hydraulics, and once everything started flying and people screaming, I knew that something was wrong, and my thought process was, are we going to flip? How high up are we? I didn't know if we were in flatlands or not. I wasn't too sure, couldn't see around us, and it happened pretty fast. And as soon as it happened, the track and Amtrak, the workers did come make sure everybody was fine, and helping one by one until the first responders came. It was a rush.
What's the next step? What's the next process? I'm pretty sure you're probably tired. You've been through a lot. You probably want to get some sleep.
Yes, get some sleep until we go to Chicago. I believe that, we're going to Kansas City first, and then from there, from the train, we're getting back on to Chicago, which is my original destination. So it should be a little process until then. We should be pretty good.
How are you going to get back to Chicago?
To Chicago? I'm going to take the train again. I'm going to roll the odds. I doubt it's going to happen twice in one trip, so a man of chance.
All right, Greg, well, thank you so much for talking with us and just basically walking us through this. And like we were just mentioning, we know this is a trying time and just pretty something that you never want to go through, and you never expected that. But we really do appreciate you talking to us about that. But we'll kind of wrap this up really quick, and we'll continue to give more updates as that becomes available. Live in Cimmaron, Sharday Gray, KSN News.
Thanks, Sharday. And another passenger on that train, Daniel, sent us pictures from the scene when the accident happened. You can see here some cars are completely tipped over on their side off the tracks. You can also see the lights from the emergency crews reflecting off the train.
All right, and Sharday is set up in front of the Red Cross shelter that they have established for people on board that train. They sent us this statement that says, in part, a team of